John Musgrave's Pressure Washing Institute Contractors First, guys. We're going to be here talking today about the free TChem event on July 20th and 21st, guys. It's going to be a power-packed event. We're going to talk over with Jonathan and Brad Williams. Brad's going to give us a little synopsis a little bit later in the show of who's all coming to the event. But Jonathan, why don't you introduce yourself as the owner of TChem and tell us how this all started.
So it's Jonathan Peters, Kernersville, North Carolina. How the event started is, it's kind of a brainchild of Brad. He thought it'd be a great idea that in this industry, there's everybody selling everything, but not a whole lot of people trying to help people out. So we wanted to really put together a training session for guys, all the way from new guys that are just getting started all the way to the seasoned vet, something that can be beneficial for them, something how they can upsell. Something that teaches them how to grow their business, just kind of focused, yes, on pressure washing, but also give them business advice in a way that they can help grow their overall business, help them, 2, 3, 4, 5X, whatever they needed to do. So that's kind of how it started. And as it's grown and as we've gone through the list of speakers that we've got, man, I'm excited about it. I get super excited when I start looking at these guys and seeing what experience they're going to bring. And how much information they're going to give to the guys that we service on a day-to-day basis.
That's awesome. That's awesome stuff. So now TChem, because you know what I get from everybody? Everybody goes, oh, it's a chemical place. But no, it's not. It's more than a chemical place, right?
That's right. It is. It's interesting. My business partner, my father, started it as technical grade chemicals, what TChem stands for. So yeah, I was like, well, that doesn't fit on a shirt very well. So then it went down to like Techrochem. Even then, that was even harder to explain to people. So we landed on TChem when him and I partnered, and yeah, it started out as a chemical manufacturing business. We did service and repair as well, but then as we've grown over the last 7 years, we were servicing guys in the pressure washing industry, making chemicals for them. So it made sense that we would also sell them parts, equipment, and then start opening up our world into, the distribution market where we start distributing other people's chemicals that help service them, to give them a well-rounded experience. That's the whole goal.
Well, I can guarantee you after this event, with several hundred people in attendance at this event and all the training that's going on, people are going to know TChem's on the map, and they're going to know that they're actual distributor. Hey, Brad, why don't you give us the meat of this entire event, man? Tell us some of these heavy hitters that are coming out to this show to do some teaching. Run through the list. Run through the lineup.
What's up, guys? Thank you, Ron. I am Brad Williams. I'm the growth leader at TChem. I think to circle back, Jonathan is he's selling him and his dad a little bit short. I mean, they bring decades and decades of experience. I mean, I think your dad's been in this game for over 40 years. And one thing that I learned when we started working with TChem a few years ago was that they had this thing going on. And it wasn't because they watched anyone else do it, but because they had so much experience, and because John has been in so many parts of this industry, from chemical manufacturing to fleet washing and all these different things, that one of the things they've done is they take customers and they really pour into them to help them be successful. And we saw these clients that the first day they walked in the door, they were brand new. And here they were a few years later, and they were running near, if not over, 7-figure washing businesses, because they poured into them. And I knew at that moment that we needed to expand that. We needed to expand that philosophy that you're not just a customer, that you're somebody that we work with. We believe in the what's the word here? Totally blanking. The fact that we have to work together, that their success is our success. And so we kind of had this on the back burner. And then I run into Ron and I see some of these events that he's putting on and some of the things with some of the other suppliers around the nation. And I was like, okay, we really have to push forward with this. No one's doing it in North Carolina. No one is doing these trainings. So we need to do it. And we really wanted it to be across two areas of the business. One, how do you do your job better? Because we do get those questions a lot. How do we do this? How do we clean that? How do we expand How do we have for different types of services, but then also bringing in top level guys that are running upwards of, we have guys that are running 8-figure businesses to share their knowledge in business, because it's going to take both. It's going to take what you do like every day, but then it's also going to take how you think and how you run your business and how you plan for the future. So we have some awesome speakers lined up that I am super excited about. I'm just going to run through this list, and all this information, you can actually find it on Ron, where can they find it online?
NationalCleaningExpo.com, guys. They can find it all the events there, but the TChem's right at the top of the deal.
And you can also check us out on the TChem Facebook page. But here's just some of the speakers that are going to be there and going to be teaching. We have the one and only Patrick Clark with Sales Boost and Precision Pro Wash and Gutter Butter. I know most of you guys know this guy, really a master at sales training. Spent some time with him recently. Real excited to have him come talk about how do you increase your average ticket, because when you sell a job and you're there, you need to get paid more while you're there. Then we're going to have Dirk Van Reenen of Bergflow. He's going to be talking a lot about what does it take to actually build a business. What does it take to have a team? And that's one thing as your business grows. Maybe you're not there today, but as your business grows, you're going to find that you can only do so much. You can only juggle and wear so many hats. And he's going to be talking about what does it take to have other awesome people. Like as a business owner, like, yeah, you have the grit, you have the go, but you're going to need other people on your team to do that. Then we got Joe Everest, the fence expert.
Love Joe. Joe.
Joe is awesome. I mean, like I tell you what, I was talking to Caleb last week, and I saw Joe's post online, and he was at a church event. And this man, like if you see him online, like he's always wearing orange, right? Orange hat, orange shirt, orange shoes. And I see him in a post, and he was like dedicating his kids at church, and the man is still repping like his full orange shirt, orange suede shoes. Like the guy does not break brand, but he is super nice guy, and he is a video marketing expert. He runs a very popular YouTube channel. He's really leading the way in the industry of how you use content to educate people and grow your business. So he's going to be teaching on that. We have Caleb Roth. You might not know Caleb, or maybe you've run into him. He is a stain and seal expert. He makes stain. He makes real good stain. And maybe you're not interested in that today as a pressure washer, but I think he's going to make a pretty strong case of a way that you can increase your revenue by adding a service onto what you do. Ancillary services are very powerful. We're also going to have him talk about some other things. So there's going to be some hands-on wood restoration and staining going on, but then also some in the classroom stuff with him. We got Matt Warner. Matt Warner is from Empire Fence. He has built I believe this year he said, and he hates to say this out loud, but headed to be a $20 million fence business in Nebraska. And he's got some really cool stuff to share about what does it take to build a business like that. He is also going to be launching a product for pressure washers. And you guys, if you're there, will be some of the first people to see it. It's going to be a way to help qualify your leads online and save time, make more money. It's very, very exciting. You guys are going to be some of the first to see that. We have Michael Draper, Expert Safety Services. I know he's kind of the gold standard. Michael's an awesome guy. I did a podcast with him recently on doing some safety training. I think we're going to do residential fall training at this event. We have Trudy Whitelam. I think most of you guys know her if you're on the Facebook group, if you're online from Panhandle. We got Bo Josetti from the PWNA. Of course, we got Ron, the man himself, Judd West, and some other mentionables coming. I don't think that's everybody, but that is a list of some of the headliners that are going to be there. Like the amount of knowledge that's going to be at this event is.
I want to talk about Judd's class, man. I mean,
you know more about it than I do.
If you think about Judd's class, and this is funny because I've been doing this training for 30 years. You guys say it's not happening, but anyways, I thought it was kind of funny. Everybody says that because, the world's become a smaller place, right? 20 years ago, you put on an event somewhere, how would anybody know about it, right? Today, if you're not online, everybody knows about it if you're online, right? I mean, if you don't know about it, let's put it this way. If you don't know about the training event happening, I mean, you're kind of like in the dark ages, right? You're not online, you're not doing anything, you're not out there. But I want to tell you something silly, and this is what it is. Over all those years of doing that training, we never thought to have like a gadgets or accessory class, right? Mm-hmm. We did the 101 classes, which sometimes would talk about, we show them what a downstreamer is. But to have a class where you incorporate every type of gadget that you could actually use in one class and kind of just go over it. And this time he's going to use, I think we're going to have him actually do an actual live demonstration of 3 different gadgets, but he's going to at least talk to all these people and explain to them that they're there. And here's how this came about. There's guys in the industry, and you probably, Jonathan, have guys come in and that you've known maybe for 10 years. They don't even know what downstreaming is.
It's every day.
It's crazy, isn't it? How would you be in this business for 10 years and not understand? And I know the conversation that you've had, like, well, Jonathan, this soft washing is really killing us, and we've got to figure out how to get into this. Are you going to start selling soft washing pumps? And you're like, wait a minute, Jimmy, I've been selling you for 10 years a soft washing pump. You can just use your pressure washer. Here's a $20 injector that'll make your pressure washer a soft wash machine. And guys simply just don't understand it. And it's crazy stuff. How you doing there, Jiggy? This is a guy out here. He's gonna be looking for some equipment. He's brand new into the industry, but the funny thing is Jiggy, and I know you don't deny him by his name. He is a solid guy. Been in the construction industry for a long time. He's actually turned into the wash business, and I've known him actually as an acquaintance from some other friends for about 2 years. And he used to be here in Phoenix, and he moved now up to, I believe, Washington State or Oregon. And he's up there now, and he's doing it the right way. He's trying to feel it out what he needs, but he needs to buy some equipment here real soon because he's got some big jobs that he's actually – and I know guys all the time talk, why are you trying to land a job before you have the equipment? I went out and rented equipment my first few months because I didn't know whether I wanted to do this or not, and I went out and sold jobs, rented equipment. And then when I had enough jobs, regular jobs that I could get together, then I went out and said, okay, now it's time I got to purchase some equipment. Plus it taught me what I really needed and what I didn't need, and I think guys don't realize that. I always tell guys all the time, if you're not sure what surface cleaner to buy, rent one. They're $35 at a lot of the big rental outfits. You can rent a surface cleaner, give it a test drive, and then from there you can figure out where you want to spend your money. I always tell guys all the time, because my surface cleaners are like $1,600. I go, you can buy a cheap surface cleaner, but that's what you got. You got a cheap surface cleaner. It's not going to clean as well, and most importantly, it's not going to last. It's like a cheap pair of tennis shoes. You're going to buy 5 pairs of cheap tennis shoes over a good pair of quality tennis shoes, and I always try to tell guys that. But Xavier, how you doing, Xavier? And here it is. Here's the testimonial for you guys right here. David Ray, I downstream pretty much everything. 98% of the industry, guys, downstreams as the mess of soft wash. 98%. That's the stats. As much as you guys have seen about this soft wash craze, people are still, at the end of the day, downstreaming with a pressure washer. That is how it's done 98% of the time.
And been doing it for years too, Ron, just like you were saying. Been doing it for years. Nothing new.
Doing it for years. Hey, guys, when you respond, I'm going to be giving some of these shirts away, man, these cool shirts. Lots of guys are always asking where you get them. I got all kinds of different colors. These blue ones are the hottest ones. Some of the guys like these red ones, but I got just about every color out here tonight. If you guys, I'm going to be giving about 6 or 7 of them away. I'm also, at the end of the night, I'm going to give one lucky winner that's got the best response. I'm going to give them a cookbook, guys. This is a $200 value. Do you carry these in the store, Jonathan, or you just can get them? Do you carry them?
We carry the cookbooks.
Super. We're going to give a $200 cookbook away tonight and about 7 shirts. And I got a bunch of people here right now that want to win. Hey, What do we got? I got a truck off the cleaning service blacktop house for a wedding. Okay, not a question really, but a statement. And he wants a shirt. Hey, just message me, Michael. You got a shirt. If you want a shirt right now and you're watching, message me. I'm going to give a shirt to the first 7 guys that message me. So if you guys message me right now, you get a shirt.
Let me jump in there and just, kind of throw back at Michael there. He said he wants to get off the truck. And I'm going to assume that at how I'm taking it. But if you are looking for a path to what do I need to do? Where do I need to go with my business? How do I not be the guy with pulling the trigger every day? That information is going to be at the event. We are going to be talking about what is the step-by-step plan to do that. How do you go from where you are today to that point? So I want to just reiterate that, like, that's some of the information that you're going to be able to get here.
You guys share this video right now and you'll be entered in that $200 cookbook. I don't care where you share it. Just share it, guys. Share the video and you guys will be in the $200 cookbook giveaway at the end of the video, guys.
Jonathan, we need to write a book. If we can sell books for $200, we are,
I know, right?
We are in the wrong business.
$200, man. They fly off the shelf like hotcakes. But I will give you a hint. If you go to Front 9 Restorations, you can download this for 99 cents.
Yeah.
99 cents. But it will not be. This one I've dropped in the pool. I really have. This one's been in the pool. And look at it. It's lasted. It was in the pool for like 30 minutes just to prove that the full laminate is worth it. And this is also as old as a cookbook. This is like one of the originals. So it's as old as a cookbook could be. And it's still in good shape. About the extent of my use of the thing though, is this right here. That's the extent of the use right here. That's so far, other than being in the pool, that's what I do with it.
That's right. Right. Well, ultimately, it comes back to trial and error, man. You gotta do a test spot. You gotta make it work, and you go from there.
You do, and then you know what? It's all pH tricks, right? That's what it's really about. Exactly. Hopefully have somebody talking about that at the thing. Seeing how everybody thinks TChem's a chem place, then I'm sure we're going to be talking about some chemicals, and we're going to talk about pH levels and things like that, and when to use what, how to use what, and why you should use what. You know, one of the things, Jonathan, I want to mention here, since we get the downstreaming fallacy, we've kind of talked about at the beginning. People don't realize it or understand it, that 98% of the industry is downstreaming, and all the soft wash guys out there that are selling $50,000 soft wash machines, they're upset with me right now. A couple of them that are really good buddies of mine, but the other fallacy is that guys take chemicals, and they buy a $100 or $75 gallon of chemical that's super concentrated, like 10 or 12x. They only need the gallon could make 55 gallons worth of regular chemical, and they say, I poured the whole gallon on straight and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that in the engineering of chemicals, when you mix 4 ounces or 8 ounces to a gallon with water, it becomes a high alkaline or low, whatever it becomes. But then it's got the cleaning power that it needs. And they don't understand that when they dumped it on straight, it did nothing. It needed the water to work. And a lot of guys don't understand that. What is the number one cleaning solvent? Water.
That's right. Well, and concentration is only good up to a certain point. You're exactly right. Because the stronger it is doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work better. It reaches that level where it's doing no more than it's going to do if you've cut it with water 4, 8, 10 to 1. Doesn't do anything better to go full strength. Exactly.
I don't know if you guys know the answer to this question, but here's a good question for you. You want to read it, Brad?
Yeah. So Jiggy asked, what's the best chemical to wash a parking garage as well as stay eco-friendly as possible?
Are you collecting the water?
I would say he's not, because he's brand new.
Yeah, well, probably not. So, man, that gets tough. Because if it's going in the city water, they're gonna, there's possibility they could check pH, like you were saying, Ron, and what you're blowing off of there. So, like you said, water's the best thing. If you got heat, man, use a little heat. Surface clean with that, it'll be good. You could spot spray with an eco-friendly degreaser, which I don't think that's really a thing, eco-friendly and degreasing, but whatever.
There's another one for you. Nobody knows that heat and water is magical.
Right. Grease emulsifies at 180 degrees.
That's
the chemical.
I would say that's the safest one. Is it potentially the most efficient? I think that if we put a chemical on there and we had a combination of the heat and water, we're going to have more efficiency. I mean, that's all it's really about. And let's dispel this one while we're out here, guys. I love dispelling these myths. Cold water and hot water. I can get anything just as clean with cold water as I can with hot water. I just will not get it done. No, it will just not get done as quickly and as efficiently. It'll take more time. And that's why we use hot water, because mom does the dishes in hot water. Why? Because they clean easier.
It helps cut the grease.
Yes.
That's why you go to a truck wash, and on the wall you see all the grease blown off. It's just blowing it off the truck rails. It's blowing on the side. So they're not actually doing anything other than just getting it off the truck rails. So that's where the heat comes in.
I'll let Jonathan answer this question. I'm biased on this one. So
which one is that one?
What's the best vacuum recovery system?
Man, that's a tough one. That's preference. We've used the vacuum booms. That's actually a local guy here in Kernersville that makes the vacuum booms. So those are a decent system. I don't have a whole lot of, I don't have any real preference when it comes to a vac system. Just have one.
As long as they suck.
There you go. That's enough.
If they suck, that's a good vacuum.
That's exactly right.
And this is just a statement. He should pull the surface of the grease, but shadow may need some spot treatment. Absolutely. Yeah. Shadows can need spot treatment. And guess what? Sometimes stains are stains, and you need to set your expectations to the customer, because sometimes you're not going to get things back to 100%. You may only get it back to 90. And if you promise somebody 100, you're going to be very disappointed a lot of the time. Because that's why they call them stains.
That's right. Because
they're stains. So, Brad, are you excited, man? You got to get off. We got to get off this call here, but you got some people watching here. We got some energy going.
Man, we are so excited to be doing this event in July. As it's coming together, I couldn't be more pleased with the type of training that we're going to have. The way the event setup's coming together. You guys are going to have to come. You're not going to have to leave. We're doing it at the Holiday Inn right there near the airport in Greensboro. So whether you're driving in or flying in, super convenient right there off 40. We're going to have food trucks there for lunch. You ain't going to have to go anywhere. We're going to feed you dinner on Wednesday night, have a social. We're going to hang out.
Does the Holiday Inn have a club in it? Is it one of those old ones with the disco?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a disco, but we could probably get you a disco ball if you're looking to do some dancing. I'm sure people would pay for that.
Because you know what I think? I'm an old guy, so I think about those Holiday Inns, man. They used to have the full-on nightclub in them. You know what I mean? So
there's
Holiday. I'm just joking around. I like IHG. They really have come a long way. Holiday Inns are really nice properties right now. It's probably my number one preference when I'm just traveling. I love going to Holiday Inns.
We have a very limited room block. So if you want to take advantage of a room, get that booked. If they run out of the room block, you guys have to let us know. Reach out, shoot us an email, Brad at TChem. If you guys want a room in the room block, we want to make sure that everybody does. You guys are going to need to get that booked. It's just going to be an awesome event. And being able to have a spot, we wanted a spot for you guys to hang out, because what we know is just as important as getting the training during the day. It's spending time with the guys and the girls that are going to be there in the evening. You're going to learn just as much, if not more, about the things that are going to help your life and your business. Like, the magic happens in those after hours conversations. So we wanted to make sure that was going on too. It's going to be awesome. I had to point at it, right up here, Greensboro, July 20th and
Here, we're all
21st.
pointing at it. We'll all give it a point. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Everybody.
yeah. Oh, Jonathan, it's wrong way. There we go.
Whatever, on my screen, it's the other way. So
You can register at National Cleaning Expo. The event is 100% free. All you got to do is get yourself there. Get yourself a room if you need it. Man, we're excited to see you guys there. I think it's gonna be off the charts.
It is. You know, I was scaring you, but the last time I was in North Carolina, some of these guys that remember this, because we're going to be hitting those lists, there was we had over 1,800 registered for the event, and 1,100 showed up. We got a picture of every one of them. So other guys go, no, 1,100 didn't show up. Yeah, we do on the website. We got it's actually one of those little flashing ones where it flashes everybody's picture, because we took a picture of everybody that walked in the door, and we took it obviously against the backdrop. Maybe you guys should get a backdrop, and we'll take a picture of everybody that comes to the event, so you guys will have that for your scrapbook. But yeah, it was 1,100, and I think 35 people showed up in Charlotte. I keep saying Charleston because we did Charleston the year before that. But that's the last time I was back in North Carolina doing an event. That's the last time. It was 2016. So, you know, it's been over going on 6 years now. The time before that, we were on buckets in Raleigh. Are you ready to hear this number? Maybe you were at this event. Maybe you remember this one. There was 400 guys on buckets in a warehouse. Awesome. Buckets. That's all we had.
We're going to have chairs.
We're going to have some chairs.
Buckets and standing room only. You know?
Crazy. Well, get registered, guys. NationalCleaningExpo.com. Register tonight. There might be an extra special prize for you. Don't forget, if you guys didn't hear that, we're going to be wrapping this thing up. We're about 26 minutes into this. Brad and I both promised each other we'd only go 30 tops. Everybody that shares this, I'll do another video after this video, and I'll include you all into it. Just take the share button below there, share it. I don't care where you share it. It's going to tell me you shared it. I'm just going to take your name, throw it in the hat, and I'm going to by morning, I'm going to draw you guys, and you'll see the video, and one of you will win this $200 cookbook, which they'll send it to you completely for free. When they tell you guys these events are for free, I've been doing these events for 20 years. It's free, guys. There's no catch to this stuff. There's no hokiness. You guys can come to this event. It's going to be a great event, guys. You're going to do a lot of learning. There's going to be a lot of equipment there. You're going to be able to pick up some of the show specials. I'm sure Jonathan's going to have some show specials. It's going to be a great event, guys. You guys want to come out. The one great thing about coming to an event, especially if you're brand new, is leaving with something that you can actually be in business with. And in these times right here, we all know that it's very difficult right now because we're short on about everything you can think of: pumps, engines, guns, hoses. There was a hose. Did you guys experience the hose problem just a few weeks ago?
We did.
Nobody had any hoses.
Yeah. Yep.
Crazy times. But Brad, wrap it up, man. Tell us what you want to do, and we'll take this thing out. And Jonathan, I appreciate meeting you again tonight, and look forward to meeting you in July, and hopefully we'll have you on the show again here before the event.
Awesome, Ron. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Guys, whether you are brand new in this business, you have been doing it a year or two, and you're starting to get your feet under you, or you are a veteran, I promise that you need to get to this event. You need to get to this event. There's going to be something here for you to elevate what you are doing. We are bringing the information that is going to make all the difference in you making that shift in your business. Times are hard. Things are changing. You need knowledge. You need a network. You need people that you can count on. And you need the guidance so that you can be agile. So we want to see you there July 20th, 21st in Greensboro. Go to National Cleaning Expo and register. And Ron
Musgraves, Pressure Washing Institute, Contractors First. See everybody there.